Hello there, my name is Walter Avansisula from KOS English Center. And today I will be sharing to you some tips on how to answer Writing Task 1 in IELTS as easy as steps A, B, C, D, and E. Last time, we have already done the 4 major steps, and they are A, analyze the task, B, be organized, C, clearly paraphrase the task, and D, describe the trend. And if we do it in the examination, you have few minutes left, and that is where letter E comes in. Edit your work. You see, we are not perfect when we write, and we have to always edit for some mistakes, be it in grammar, on vocabulary. So how do we edit our work? Simple. Just remember how the examiners check your essay. We always go back to the 4 major criteria that is used by examiners in the examination. And what are they? We have first, task achievement. Second, coherence and cohesion. Third, grammatical range and accuracy. And fourth, lexical resource. Let me talk first to you about task achievement. I would like to ask you, when you were writing your task, did you write at least 150 words? Don't count everything though. Just count one line and multiply it with the number of lines that you have. And if you have approximately within 150 words, then you are safe, but not too much, because you have to make sure that you have fully covered the task with all the major trends already. That is what the examiner is looking for, task achievement. Now, task achievement is not enough. It should be coherent and cohesive. And I'm talking here about organization of your idea. We always go back to our introduction, overview, and our body. In our introduction, did we really paraphrase well our task? If we did, and we have good marks for that. Our overview, did we cover all the most important features? And in our body, did we specifically put and describe well into details the different trends? If we did so, then we have a very coherent essay. Now, I know most of you are very afraid of this. I'm talking about grammar. Sometimes when we write too fast, we miss some parts in grammar. But we always go back to 2 things, grammatical range and accuracy. When we talk about range, I'm talking here about the variety of sentences that you use. Did you use simple, compound, or complex sentences? If you were able to produce error-free sentences, then you have shown well grammatical range. And of course, we go back to accuracy. Because this is an English test, we are expected to use appropriate grammar for our essay. Now, most of the very obvious mistakes or errors we often commit would always go back to how we use our tenses, like the past, the present, and even the future, or pluralization. So what I suggest, after you have written everything, try to always go back to your verbs and the noun so that you would check if you were able to follow the subject-verb agreement appropriately. Finally, it's lexical resource. As the word itself, lexical, from the word lexicon, which means dictionary, we are looking here for your range of vocabulary. Did you use accurately synonyms? And going back to paraphrasing the task correctly, then you have achieved or used lexical resource. In the examination, the examiner will be grading you separately in 4 major criteria. Each criterion gets 25%, and the total of that would be your total band score. So if you go back to editing your work, you have to be mindful of these 4 major criteria. First, task achievement. Did you fully cover the trends in 150 words? Coherence and cohesion. Did you properly organize your tasks? Grammar. Did you show range of structure correctly? And lexical resource. Did you use variety of vocabulary accurately? If you want to know more about IELTS, you could learn in my class. Or if you want more information, just log in to www.kus.edu.vn.